What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzly home of Memphis X, and I talk hoops.
Getting jiggy with it.
Yes, the Grizzlies decided to get jitty with it out of nowhere. They dropped a 3-year, $19 million extension on John Konchar, and we're going to talk about it. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
KeyAno.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops, so zip yo. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Demo respect and let's go.
John Konchar.
Yeah, John, big game tonight. Woo! As we're sitting here. How much fun are you guys having? Oh, we're having a lot of fun.
So even the most diehard Memphis Grizzlies fan has to admit that the 2022 offseason has been sort of a dud. Ain't much going on with the Grizzlies. I mean, we all had all these grandiose ideas of maybe the Grizzlies making a big splash, either moving up high in the draft, landing a big free agent through the cap space they could have generated, or trading for that final piece of the puzzle. But alas, nothing's happened. We lost Kyle Anderson to free agency. He's now in Minnesota. We traded DeAnthony Melton at the draft. He's now in Philadelphia. And we drafted 4 or 5 rookies in their place. And this is a team that openly stated in their exit interviews that their window was open and they were going after a championship. I don't know. We'll see. But like I says all the time, so far, this front office has given you no reason to doubt them, and we're just going to have faith that what they're doing is going to work, or that they got something up their sleeve for later on in the offseason, because we have to be a little bit patient. We're just a week into free agency, so let's not get crazy. And we had a couple of trades in the league. The DeJounte Murray trade and the Rudy Gobert trade that kind of gummed up things. And then Kevin Durant dropped a bomb right before free agency started. So the player transactions are probably a little gummed up right now. But that did not stop the Memphis Grizzlies for signing one John Konchar to a 3-year, about $19 million extension. Not quite $19 million, but we'll say $19 million to make it easy. And that is going to keep John Konchar under contract until the 26-27 season, his age 30 season in the NBA. That's right. John Konchar is going to be under the contract this year for $2.3 million, under contract next season for $2.4 million, and then under contract the 2024-25 season at $6.165 million, and the 2025-26 season at the same, and the 2026-27 season at the same. So that's going to be about 3 years, $18.495 million. And I got these numbers from Spotrac. I think Keith Smith got the contract information on the contract. So, it's going to be very interesting. And I saw some people kind of complaining online about this contract, and I just don't get it. This contract is a freaking bargain, even if John Konchar doesn't improve any. If he just keeps playing the way he has been playing, for the way he played last season throughout this contract, it's going to be one of the biggest bargains the Grizzlies sign. It's going to be right up there. I mean, the Grizzlies have signed 2 amazing contracts that are going to pay off either next offseason or the offseason afterwards. And that is Jaren Jackson's declining extension and John Konchar's this Konchar extension. And I know in a grand scheme of things, they seem very small because, you know, Jaren Jackson, of course, we were going to get him signed. But like I told you, when his contract was going, anything under the max was going to be a bargain. And it turned out that was true. And with John Konchar, this contract, this extension is for less than the mini mid-level or the taxpayers mid-level exception. It's for less than that for a guy who has proven to be a capable rotation player. And that's the mid-level now. He still has 2 years to play on a contract that's barely over the minimum. And then he's going to have 3 years on a contract that is barely just right under the current mid-level exception. But in those years, the new TV deal will be kicking in. And I expect that by the end of his contract, that last season, the salary cap is going to be close to what the luxury tax is right now. It's going to be a great contract. And I think he's going to be able to quite capably play the backup shooting guard role easily. And although he does not quite do everything that DeAnthony Melton does, because DeAnthony Melton was such a unique player, as you can see with their stats, they are very, very close in production. They just do different things. They both were good rebounders. John Konchar's a little better. DeAnthony Melton, of course, is a better steal guy in steals and block shots. But John Konchar is very more protective of the ball. He doesn't turn the ball over that much. As you can see, per 36 minutes, John Konchar averages under a turnover a game, while DeAnthony Melton averaged 2.4 turnovers per game. John Konchar averaged 9.2 rebounds. DeAnthony Melton averaged 7.1 rebounds. This is per 36 numbers, so we can kind of even it out. John Konchar had 3 assists, and Melton had 4.2 assists. John Konchar, 1.3 steals. Melton, 2.3 steals. So they're not quite the same player. And the only issue that John Konchar has, really, is his volume. He averaged 7.3 field goal attempts per 36, while DeAnthony Melton averaged 15.1. And John Konchar needs to get that up to about 12 per 36. 12 field goal attempts per 36. And especially get this volume up in three-point shots. If he can get that, if he can get the volume up to about 6 to 7 three-point shots per 36, that'll be good, especially if he can maintain his shooting at 40%. That would be great. But like I said, this contract extension came out of nowhere, and it really was, to me, a very good deal by the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a good deal for John Konchar. It's going to bring his career earnings to over $30 million for somebody who really, really got it out the mud. And it gives the Grizzlies an opportunity to show other players, agents, and, potential undrafted free agents, listen, get in our program, do what we say to do in our program, work hard. Not only will you get opportunities to play, because guys have gotten opportunities to play, you will get an opportunity to earn a real contract, even if you're on a two-way or you're on the G League team. You will get an opportunity to get your contract extended if you keep performing and keep working. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but in the margins, when you're trying to get somebody like Kenny Lofton Jr. to sign with you for a two-way contract, and it's 5, 6, 7 teams vying for their services, that is the little edge that gives you to get the top two-way guys, the top undrafted free agents, and things like that. Or the top waiver guys. Like if a young guy gets waived, like Isaiah Roby did, and they clear waivers somehow, and they get to choose their team, these are the little things that get you in the door, that gets their agent to call you or gets their agent to accept your calls and gives you a chance to sign somebody and get these guys that help your team in the margins. This is Memphis X with iTalkHoops. While you're here, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications so you will be alerted to all the new videos I have coming up during this NBA offseason. We have a goal on this channel to get to 1,000 subscribers before the new season starts, and I'm going to need your help to get there. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do a quick review of Game 3 of Utah. Summer League, the Grizzlies. It was the Memphis Grizzlies Summer League team versus the Utah Jazz Summer League team. And really, the game was pretty much uneventful. The Grizzlies kind of came out of the start of the game slow, fell behind by double digits in the first half. I think they were down double digits even into the second half, if I'm not mistaken. And then in the third quarter of the game, Tremont Waters decided to turn up the heat on the Utah Jazz Summer League ball handlers, and he kind of went crazy, putting pressure on the ball. He ended the game with 4 steals and 0 turnovers, and he was plus 21. And that he just really put so much pressure on them that they kept turning the ball over and over and over again. And the next thing you know, the Grizzlies turned about a 7 or 8 point deficit into a 7 or 8 point lead. And pretty much from then on the Grizzlies kind of maintained their lead throughout. As far as individual performances, David Roddy finally got his game off. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 6 of 10 from the field. Still didn't hit any three-pointers. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And he's going to be a guy that, like I said, he's going to have to adjust to playing against longer, more athletic players, NBA-sized players. And he's going to have to adjust his game and learn how to get his shot off and get his game off. Kennedy Chandler had a pretty good game. He was 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point line. He had 2 steals, still getting them stocks, 12 points overall, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Jake LaRavia, he did not hit any three-pointers, 0 for 3, but he was 3 for 7 overall, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and 1 block, plus 18. And he is a guy that you really have to watch on defense to appreciate. I don't know if he's ever going to be a good individual defender, especially against athletic wings, especially a point of attack type stuff, but he is already a fantastic team defender. He does some things on team defense that makes it real tough for the guys, for ball handlers, entry passes, and things like that. He does some fantastic things on defense. If you get a chance to watch the Vegas Summer League, watch him on defense, and I promise you, you will be happy and excited. Whether he's hitting shots or not, he is making an impact on the game. Zaire had a pretty good game. His 3-ball wasn't falling. He was 1 of 7 from 3. Other than that, he was 7 of 15 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 19 points. I think it was a game high, 19 points. Well, no, Grizzlies high. Jared Butler had 22 for the Jazz, but Grizzlies high, 19 points. Xavier Tillman, 5 of 14 from the field, 13 rebounds, 10 points. And let's see, that's really all the standouts. The only thing that was disappointing in this game was Santi Aldama's performance. 14 points. He was 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from three-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 turnovers. I think he had 3 charges. Should have been called for another one. He got an and one on something that should have been a charge. 7 personal fouls. Just look lackluster out there. Just didn't play with energy. Didn't play with any force. Didn't play like he really wanted to keep playing in the NBA. That's how I'll say it right now. He didn't play like he wanted to keep playing in the NBA. So I hope he picks it up in Vegas. He needs to pick his energy up. He needs to stop thinking of himself as this primary guy that's going to be a scorer or whatever in the NBA, regardless of what his role was in college or international play. He needs to get his identity into a hustle guy and just play hard, run around, make plays, and make things happen, because he's not doing any of that. No steals, no blocks, and 1 assist to 6 turnovers. That is a wretched game. Wretched. So, like I said, the Grizzlies had a day off. They're traveling to Vegas. I think they play their first game tomorrow. They play their first game tomorrow. I forgot who they play. Let's see if I can see who they play. It doesn't matter. They play their first game Saturday evening. And we're going to maybe live stream that game. I don't know. Live stream me talking about that game anyway. At least I'm going to try again. You know, the draft, we kind of struggled with the live streaming. So hopefully we got the setup right this time and we'll try to live stream it. But until then, tomorrow we'll do a preview of Vegas, of what we can expect, and, you know, maybe something else. Peace.
Hey, it's going down, yeah. Here comes the infamous dunk shot. Gets you some dunk shots today, you know. Nice dunk shot, Des.
Yeah, welcome back, Jitty. Jitty back. Playing some sports tonight.
This is a great sports game here. Man. Hey, it's game time, yeah. Nothing like a basketball game, you know?
Nothing like a basketball.
Oh, yeah, cut. Oh, yeah, Des! Thanks for dunking that, baby. That's off him. That's off his knee. Hey! Take over, DB. Let's go, DB! Let's go. Let's put him away early.
Yeah, right.
You got your shirt on backwards if you care.
I do. Thank you for that.
Gotcha.